Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, August 14th, and today we'll cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, and MSTY. But first, something I really never do. I'm not sure last time I even ever did it, because I always just assume people who watch the channel do subscribe, and obviously 66% of the watch time in the last 28 days are people who, already subscribe. But for the 33% out there, if you need a reminder and you're interested in the channel, please subscribe. Obviously, I'm approaching 15,000 subscribers, which is, I guess, I don't know if we consider that a milestone. Maybe 20K is the milestone, but still 15,000 is more than I ever imagined. So if you're part of the 33.3%, if you do not mind, and you enjoy the channel, please subscribe, because then you can hit the notifications. At least then you'll get reminded when I do post new videos. Okay. Also, today is YMAX, YMAG, Ulti declaration date. They will declare how much they're going to pay for today. Sometime this morning, we'll all get emails, or they'll post it on that website, wherever the hell that is, or they could tweet it. We don't know. I posted my final estimate last night. I could pin that video to the top of the comments if you guys care. It really doesn't matter at this point, to be honest, because they're going to announce, in the coming hours. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Now to the trades. MSTY is the only one that had a trade yesterday. So let's go through it. So you see 4 lines here. I'll take the time. I'll go through it. So in summary, what did they do? If you look at the number of contracts, which is the second to last column, you can get an idea. So basically, they rolled their synthetic. All that means is they closed out the old and opened a new. So how did they close out the old? Okay, so the top 2 transactions is the closeout of the old synthetic. So obviously the date from yesterday, ticker MSTY, underlying MSTR, and then the date of, the expiration date of the options contract that they had open on the synthetic, which is 2 parts, right? The C for the call, the P for the put. Now they had to sell the call and they had to buy to close the put. So again, in selling the call, they make a profit in the process, right? When you sell a call, you can make money. However, that call wasn't worth a damn, right? It was worth 57 cents. Whoopie freaking do. But again, better than nothing. All right, so they sold the portion of the synthetic. They sold a call, and they got 57 cents per share. Now, the put part, obviously a little, quite damaging. They did a BC, buy to close. They had to pay $18 per share to close that because, the price of MSTR was below the strike price of the 155 of that synthetic. And we'll take a look at the spreadsheet, which will make a little more sense. Now, the bottom 2 lines, this is the new synthetic position that they'll have. So they did a B for a buy call, and you see that number 139, that's the 139, that's the strike price. That's the new strike price. So that means that's around the price of MSTR, or at least that was the price at the time when they opened the synthetic position. Now, in order to buy the call, they had to pay $20.28 per share. Now, the bottom part, the second piece of the synthetic is the sell put. So this sell put down below, the bottom transaction, same strike price, 139. Same number of contracts, and they get a credit, though. They got a credit of $20.36. The good part about this is 2036 is greater than 2028. So in opening the new position, they got actually an overall credit instead of an overall debit for what it's worth. But obviously, we took a big debit in closing out the old position. Something else to look at on the new synthetic, which I was happy, is the expiration date. So you see year, month, day, right? So the year is 2024. The month is October. Holla freaking Luya. They didn't choose September. They chose October. So at least we're 2 months out. And the day is the 18th. So at least, 2 months. We don't have to talk about the damn synthetic. All right, so let's go to the file. MSTY. All right, so they had a 155 synthetic, as we know. So in green, that's the final transactions, just so you guys know. Anything I have highlighted in green, that's the last line. That is the last straw right here. So in the end, they closed out the 29,750 contracts. So you see the 57 cents, right? Yeah, they got a $1.6 million credit. Okay, I'll take it. That ain't chump change, but $18 per share. Let me just double check the numbers. 57 cents, $18, yes. All right, so they had to pay 53.5 million. That font is a little hard to see in the green, but either way, the net was a $51.8 million loss. So that number got added into the August profits, which aren't really profits. Obviously, it's a overall loss. So in the end, this synthetic was an overall loss. And if you look at total, it's around $55.1 million loss. But again, when they opened it, a lot has happened. It's tanked. There's nothing you could do. And it was like a very, very slow recovery. So they were not able to recover above the 155. So therefore, closing out the position was a loss. Okay, so now let's start fresh. Start over. Here's the new position that they opened 29,750 contracts. And you see, again, the 2036 greater than the 2028. So they actually got a net credit of 238,000. So if you go all the way down here, August profits starting out right, 238,000. All right, so now synthetic data here. We got strike price 139, expiration October 18th, and we are 2.6% away from the strike. So obviously they went a little further down since they opened the position. That's 66 days away from expiration, which is a good thing. So we got time to talk about weeklies more. Now, let's go to the August tab. So crypto obviously tanked the day before, and then, being Monday, then Tuesday, it went back up. So it was almost a wash. But either way, MSTR went up 2.98%. MSTY went up 2.56%. So pretty solid recovery for both. All right, so let's look at where we stand heading into the week. Since today's Wednesday morning, we have 3 full trading days. So we have 29,750 contracts, 141 strike price, 4.15% out of the money. That's obviously not a fantastic cushion, but it is what it is. So we kind of, obviously by Friday, we kind of hope that MSTR can stay below 141. Worst case, stay below the break even of 144.60. But if it hits the break even and they close it more towards the close on the Friday, obviously we will just break even, which we don't want to do. We want to make money. All right, so now let's take a look at the outstanding shares. They did go up by 75,000. All right, so 30-day IV is 78%. Outstanding shares, 17.9 million. Total net income from the weekly call so far, 11.1 million. Distribution, 62 cents. Daily income, 8 cents. Daily yield, 0.33%. And if you annualize that, it comes to 120%. So far, so good on the weeklies. However, the synthetic, it was a synthetic drowning. So hence the picture of a man drowning, I believe. That's the best I can get. But either way, the damage is done. So now we can finally move on from that synthetic. By the way, declaration date, the next one is 22 days away. Now, if we go to payment information, the synthetic income, this formula is now updated, right? So I pick up what's on the synthetic 155 tab and plus the synthetic 139 tab, if you guys care, of course. So we got synthetic 155, D24, and then D49, right? D24, D49. D24, yep. D49, yep, okay. I know, I'm sure you love that, but either way, I have to double check my formulas as I think about it. All right, so we'll ignore the synthetic loss. Will we get a recovery? Will we make that back this month? Probably not. So for now, we'll just ignore it. It is what it is. It's a hit. But the short call income is 11.1 million. So if we take that alone, that's 62 cents per share. Now, if we look at the estimate, we have that'll come to about $2.34, which is 119% yield. Obviously, much better than the prior month of $1.94. So, but they had no trades. So they had no trades yesterday. So obviously, this number really it should have gone down a little because I added a day into the equation for the daily average. All right, so now as far as the holdings look, our synthetic and pink is much better, right? It's a little closer to the orange, right? Hopefully MSTR does go up above the 139, not right now, but before the 10/18 date, because at the same time, we don't want it to cap the 141. So, slowly but surely. So this week, okay, it could hit 140, it could hit 141. We're good with that, right? But, which obviously 140 is above 139. So we could win on the weeklies and we can make money on the synthetic. So perfect world. So the sweet spot, we'll call it 140, 141 for the week. All right, net asset value of MSTY is 425.2 mil. The NAV is 23.69 and the trade price is 23.60. Okay. Moving on to CONY. So CONY, what's up? All right, CONY's got a 210 synthetic. We know that, right? And this synthetic, we don't got to talk about because it expires next month, 38 days away. They are not making money on it yet. So in due time, crypto is all over the place. So we don't know. So we'll take a look. How did they perform yesterday? Well, Monday they went down 2.32%. Yesterday, they went up 3.23%. CONY went up 2.76%. Not bad, but we're getting a little close for comfort here. All right, let me squeeze all the. There you go. There's a lot of action here. Too much to read. But look at the largest position. Kind of sucks. 15,800 contracts, $200 strike price, 1.04% out of the money. So, yeah, I mean. We don't really want to lose on that position, so we kind of need coin to slow their roll and stop moving, man. Stop moving. Coin, what did it close at? 197.94. I mean, you see the break even of that transaction, 203.68. So really, that it better stop by there on Friday, hopefully, because then at least we can make money on the other positions. So how are the other positions doing? Well, we have a 202.50 over 9,000 contracts, 2.3% out of the money. And then we have a 207.50, about 7,950 contracts, 4.83% out of the money. So needless to say, we don't need coin to go crazy this week. All right, so outstanding shares, did it go down 500? No, obviously that formula is all screwed up. Why is that jumping? Why is that jumping cells? See, sometimes you just can't trust the damn formula. Okay, there you go. Let me just double check the shares. Share count 40 million. Okay. So yeah, outstanding shares, no movement. Again, I don't know what happened with this freaking formula. Hopefully this formula is not screwed up too. It is. Oh my God. Why? Sometimes when you add, new cells and you forget to copy the other cells, screws it all up. So I may have this on occasion on other sheets and I'm not even knowing it. All right, so let's get to it. The recap is 68.43% 30-day IV, not bad. Outstanding shares, 40.6 mil, we know that. Income from the weekly so far, 12.3 million. That's a distribution of 30 cents per share, a daily income of 4 cents a day. Daily yield 0.24%, and if you annualize that, 88%. So, I mean, so far so good for the weeklies, but obviously, yeah, we're getting a little tight there. So coin needs to slow its roll. Fund manager kind of grinding its teeth, waiting for the week to be over with already, because they want to win. You know, they want to win for us. Hopefully. All right, synthetic loss, we know about it, 51 mil, so we'll ignore it. We have to look at the short call income because we're going to assume that's what they're going to pay us. 12.3 million short call income. All right, that comes to 30 cents per share. You probably already saw the estimate, but it's $1.14, which comes to an 87% yield. That's okay. That's okay. It's sad that 87% yield is okay. We should be like, yeah, it's freaking awesome. And it is awesome, honestly. But comparably to the prior months, it's okay. It's better than last month. Month before, obviously, was okay, you know, better. But, you know, again, CONY's all over the place. Crypto's all over the place. But CONY, you know, you never know. It's not performing as good as MSTY. MSTY has much better IV, though. So, you know, you have to take that into consideration. But who has a better company, right? COIN or MSTR? That's the other question. All right, so outstanding holdings. Again, we don't have to talk about the synthetic. We got some time for that. But we got the, we got 3 different rows here of calls. The 200, that's the one kind of in danger. You see how much that costs right now. Like if they wanted to get rid of it, close it out now, it'd cost $4.25 per share. All right. And that would not be smart, obviously, because they only got $3.68 per share. Why does it cost more? Because, even though the price of the stock is under, it's because of the time value. There's a lot of time value left in that premium. So as they let this week expire, the time value will, decrease, which will decrease the amount it costs to close that position. However, if at the same time coin does keep going up and above the 200, then obviously the cost of that will go up as well. So again, we want time to expire, but we want coin to kind of stay flat, if that makes sense. Hopefully you guys get that. Most of you get that, but for any new subscribers, hopefully that helps. Net asset value of CONY is 634.5 mil. The NAV is 1561. Trade price 1561. Same one. So some may consider this a deal. Some may consider CONY a disaster. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's go to NVDY, the GOAT. The GOAT. All right. So the GOAT has synthetic 115. Obviously, no trades. No one else had trades besides MSTY. Didn't mention that in the beginning. But we don't have to talk about NVIDIA's synthetic or NVDY's synthetic because it's 38 days away. However, they are priced above the current synthetic. So, that being said, let's look at how NVIDIA did yesterday. Well, look at NVIDIA for this week. So Monday, NVIDIA went up 4. Tuesday, NVIDIA went up 6.53. That's a lot. That's 10% in 2 days. By the way, NVIDIA went up 3 on Monday and 3 yesterday, okay? So look at how much NVIDIA went up yesterday and look how much NVIDIA went up yesterday. So if you're live in the chat, what do you think that means? Ding, ding, ding. So I'm sure you guys know, but obviously we are capped. We are capped because obviously we would have got a little more gain, but we could not because the calls are pushing us down. And we are capped, as you can see right here. So our all eggs in one basket approach on NVIDIA did not work. So are you looking to lose the title of GOAT, Mr. NVIDIA? So anyway, the number of contracts, 86,790 contracts, 111 strike, 4.43% in the money. So we need NVIDIA to go down at this point. Their break even is 112.69. So we're above the break even. We're above the strike. It's, we're kind of screwed. But the good news is like NVIDIA had 2 strong up days. The likelihood it keeps going, who knows? I mean, sometimes there will be a slight dip the next day, and there are still 3 trading days. So it could go in our favor or it could not. We'll see. All right, so outstanding shares, nothing, nil, 0. All right, recap. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. 30-day IV, 70%. I love it. That's more than CONY, I think. Outstanding shares, 38.5 mil. Total net income, 14 mil. Total distribution, 36 cents per share. Daily income, 5 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.19%. Annualize that, 67%. So yuck, not that great, but still pretty damn good. However, that may change because we are about to lose on the weeklies unless NVIDIA decides to come back down. We'll see. NVDY fund manager. Sometimes goats do cry, believe it or not. So he is crying in the corner in his cubicle. He's not very happy. He's a very sad man. So maybe send him some love when you guys can. All right. So if we look at the details of the payment, we have no synthetic action, nothing. A little boring, but that's good. Let's focus on the short call income. We have 14 million in short call income. Let's hope we end out this week with income. We don't want to lose money. All right, that comes to 36 cents per share. Throw that into the estimate calculator, and we got $1.37, which is a 67% yield, which is pretty much in line with what we're averaging so far. So, is that a good payment? Yeah, pretty good. Good enough, right? I know it's hard to please us. We're all getting too greedy. I'm getting too greedy. You're getting too greedy. But it is what it is. Name of the game now. All right, so to repeat, the synthetic expires September 20th, so we don't have to talk about that. Remember, the synthetic is in pink and orange. We always want the orange to be greater than the pink, and in this scenario, it is, so that's good. Checkbox done. However, all eggs in one basket approach, 111 strike in blue, $6 to close, all right? $6, that's not good. $52 million to close that position. Okay, well, again, we can hope for the best. We'll see what happens. And since we're capped, if NVIDIA continues to go up, we're more than likely just not going to be able to capitalize on much of that. Obviously, the synthetic will, but the weekly will bring it down. So we'll see how that offsets each other. But our net asset value, nonetheless, is 947.8 mil. The NAV is 24.62, and the trade price is 24.64. Okay, so moving on to the last one. Last but not least, the godfather. Let me just check something. Yeah, I did that. Okay. The godfather of all, YieldMax, the one who started it all, TSLY. Okay, here we go. Okay, here it is. Synthetic disaster. Actually, much better position than the day prior, but still a disaster. They have a 260 synthetic, expires in 3 days, being this Friday. They are 20% away from this position. 33,023 contracts on the 260 synthetic. So obviously they're going to pay out there, you know what, to close this position when they decide to roll it. Same thing with the 265, hence being a little even higher in the strike price. Expires in 3 days, but this one only has 1,315 contracts. So obviously Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days left. They could do it today. They could do it tomorrow. I don't know. You guys decide. What do you guys think? So either way, let's see how Tesla did yesterday. So Monday was, it was a down day, 1.26%, but yesterday was a big day, really big day. It jumped 5.24%, which again, it's obviously good for the synthetic. I mean, the synthetic is just so far out. They're not going to make money on it, but still, it's less damaging on the trade. So yeah, Tesla went up 5.24%. TSLY went up 4.23%. So you see it took it, it essentially went up pretty high, but you could tell it's slowly getting capped, or it did get capped either way, right? So let's, I don't know how many holdings they have. Let's see. All right. So yeah, it did one got capped, one didn't. So the largest position, 33,023 contracts, has a 207.50. It just got capped, 0.16% in the money. And then we have the other position, 1,315 contracts, 210 strike, 1.04% out of the money. Okay. So what do we want to happen? What do you think? I mean, we need Tesla to stay flat. I know it's hard. It's hard to root for that, but that's what we need if we want to win the weekly call. Outstanding shares increase of 350,000. So guess what? We're in the 50 mil club. All right, recap. 30-day IV, 47%. Outstanding shares we talked about, 50.3 mil. Total net income, 11.9 mil. Distribution, 24 cents. Daily income, 3 cents. Daily yield, 0.22%. Annualized yield, 80%. So right now, all four of these are making money on the weeklies. After the end of the week, that could change. That is for damn sure. So yeah, TSLY fund manager just like closing his eyes, waiting. Because, even if he wins the weekly before the end of the week, you know what happens? Well, it's the synthetic roll, hence the synthetic drowning. So he will get a synthetic drowning emoji, I am sure, because it's going to be a big loss. All right, so payment information, synthetic loss 6.9 already, so let's ignore that. Weekly income 11.9 mil, comes to 24 cents per share so far. Throw that into the estimator. We're looking at 89 cents per share when all said and done. That's a 79% yield. Is that good enough? For some. For TSLY holders, it should be because they typically yield around 50%. All right, so as you can see in pink, the damage of the the synthetic is not as bad as it was the day before. However, it's still, $179 million to close out this position. So, and then the other part is the call. Still, no one wants the call still. So, regardless of how much Tesla went up yesterday, the people, they're still on the streets selling these calls for pennies on the dollar, and they can't get any buyers. So one's worth a penny, the other's worth two. I don't think they ain't getting 2 cents for that one. What is that, the 260? Yeah, right. No one wants that. So we'll see. I mean, because the odds that Tesla will go above 260 by 8/16 obviously are very slim. So would you pay 2 cents per share for that transaction? I would not. All right, net asset value for TSLY, 680.3 mil. The NAV is 1353 and the trade price is 1354. Okay. So that's the update on your 4 favorite funds. So let's go to the pre-market. All right. What do we got here? All right, good. I want some red today. Tesla is down 0.53% today. It's at 206.72. TSLY is down 0.22%. It's at 1351. NVDY is up. Yikes. It's up 0.96%. It's at 117.26. NVDY, by the way, this is as of 5:28 a.m. NVDY is up 0.32%. It's at 24.72. CONY is up 0.34%. It's at 198.62. Wow. CONY is up 0.19%. It's at 1564. Oh my God, everything's green. MSTR is up 1%. It's at 136.74. MSTY is up 0.55%. It's at 23.73. TSLL, okay, good. Go down. It's down 1.18%. Quick update on my options plays. I did not do a trade yesterday. As hard as that is, I decided staying put was the best idea because TSLL was in the range of the $9, $9 range. I didn't sell calls. My average is $10, so I have to sell a call at minimum of $10 so I don't lose money. The premium was not attractive enough for me to do that, so that side I left alone. And as far as selling puts, it's a little hard for me to sell puts when TSLL was up like 8 to 9%, so I had to wait it out. If TSLL goes down, which it looks like it will be, I think I committed to selling 2 puts today. We're having a little fun in the Discord, but I'm probably going to sell 2 puts today. Why the hell not? Show me the money. All right, TNA, look at that. It's up 0.87%. My $33 strike, which expires this Friday, looking pretty good. However, if it got assigned, again, would I care? yeah, it would kind of suck. I'd have to pay a little more interest on it. But again, it would lower my cost basis. So what I'm gonna do is if this I'm gonna let mine ride. It doesn't even matter. But I am gonna open a new put for next week, and it's gonna lower my cost basis of 42. Again, because I own 100 shares at 42. And I don't know. I don't know what the strike price is, but I'm gonna play around with charts because now I'm pretending I know what the charts look like and what they're doing. So I'm gonna pretend I know what I'm doing there, and then I'll let you guys know. AMDY is down, but it's green. Unusual. It's down 0.07%. It's at 1392. AMZY is not updated. It's at 1908 flat, and then BTC is up $9 or 0.01%. So kind of flat. It's at 60,868. All right, guys. So that is the update for the day. I'm starting to sweat in the garage. Maybe it's going to get a little warmer today. It's been cool out the past few days. But as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. If you enjoyed this content, please always remember to hit the like button. And, just got to hit it once. If you hit it twice, it goes away. So hit it once, or hit it 3 times, or hit it, any odd number you choose. That's fine. Obviously, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below. And of course, I'll remind you, we do have a Discord. And it's I'll say the busy channels that I noticed, YieldMax #1. YieldMax it's the battle channel, right? People, they give their opinions, and sometimes there's arguments, sometimes there's agreements, but it's always active. It's like the war channel. So there's that channel, the options channel. That's kind of where I've been hanging out lately. That's always a fun time. A lot of good, smart people there. So check that out. But anyway, I have a Discord. The link is in my YouTube channel. It's free, and no one will message you. So if you start getting messages as soon as you join, or after you join in general, it's not me, it's not the mods, it's a spammer. There's always scammers trying to message you. So don't even accept any damn messages. Unless you know the person, just turn off messages. That would be my advice, honestly, because it's very annoying. But yeah, hope to see you there. If you do join, tag me, say hi, so I know you're there, and let me know who you are from YouTube. Because sometimes, I did a live stream and someone joined on the Discord. I didn't realize who they were from the YouTube or even Facebook. But either way, like I said, just, give me a shout out. We'll chat. Anyway, Bitcoin moved down a little. Now it's only up $5. But yeah, so keyword for the day. Again, today is YMAX declaration date. I just want to remind you again. So once they announce, you do have today to still buy in order to qualify for the distribution, because tomorrow is ex-dividend date, okay? So keep that in mind if you're interested. I know I saw some people say, oh, it's something, the information leaked. I didn't even look at it, to be honest. I'm just going to wait till their email. So there's no point on saying, oh, this website said this website said that, whatever. I'll just wait till YieldMax says it. It's not that big a deal. All right. Keyword for today. I didn't even think of one, man. I didn't even think of one. So, we kind of need the market to flatline on a lot of these funds to make money for this week. So I guess today's keyword is flatline. All right. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, all you have to do is type in the comments flatline, because we kind of need some of these to flatline, unfortunately, because we are either in the money or we're pretty damn close to being in the money. So we'll see what happens this week, though. 3 trading days. Woohoo! All right, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoy your day, and thank you for watching. Take care.